Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. So what day we on? Is this day 6? This must be day 6. I started on Sunday. It's Friday. It's day 6, baby. It's day 6 of 180 days of our voyage into the laws of pure speech, the laws of holy speech to what's the word? To enrich your life, right? I think these are Jewish laws, obviously. I think these are things that are universal. That's really the first reason I'm doing that. I think everybody can absolutely benefit from the concept whether you believe in God, whether you don't believe in God, whether you're Jewish, whether you're Christian, whatever, right? I think anybody of good conscience could really get something out of this, which is, you know, the point of doing it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this used to be a really big thing, right? When I became religious when I was like 19, this was in 91, right? And basically all my life from then, it's always been like a thing, Lashon Hara, these laws have been like a thing that people review, it's a thing that people talk about, and I think it was a, one of the things that just came around in the last 30 years. Anyway, so we had this, I live in a religious community, like an ultra-Orthodox religious community, and we had this weird, complete explosion of a disregard for these laws. It was led by a former rabbi we had here, unfortunately, but and I think that gave it a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Credibility, right? I think that made people think it was okay. I don't know. So that's the other reason I'm doing this, because I think we could all use a little bit of a an upgrade in these uncertain things. So it's your first time or your 50th time or 200th time through these laws. Welcome aboard, and let's see what we have to do today. This is written by Rabbi Yitzhak Berkowitz, who I knew, I should say, and Rabbi Shimon Finkelman, who I never met. Right. So let's see the Rabbi Berkowitz portion of the day. He says, content and intent. Previously, we saw that a statement which is essentially derogatory is forbidden, regardless of the speaker's opinion regarding that statement. Oh, I see what you're saying. Right, fine. So, let's say the Supreme Court is known to be completely corrupt in a country. Like, really, you have to bribe your way onto it, and it's just very bad news, right? So then say, he got put on the Supreme Court. That's not a compliment, right? And you know, fine, okay, I think that's what it's saying. Conversely, it's forbidden to utter a statement which is essentially not derogatory if either the speaker or listener calls it, thinks of it as being derogatory. Well, that's the point. I mean, I guess, if you're in I guess if you're in New York or LA and you say something, that person voted for Donald Trump, that's derogatory. If you're in Florida or Texas, you say that person voted for Donald Trump, that's a compliment, right? Everything's relative, baby. Everything's relative. Although there's nothing. An illustration of this would be where an individual mode or dress is being discussed. Although there's nothing wrong with the way that person dresses. My example's way better. Nevertheless, it is forbidden to say that individual dresses in that manner if either the speaker or listener has an unfavorable impression of those who dress that way. So again, you got to be worried about if the person you're talking about finds it derogatory, if you find it derogatory, or if society finds it derogatory. The idea is this, and again, this really bears battering home over and over again. The idea is that this type of speech, derogatory speech, is beneath you. Right? You shouldn't be doing it because it makes you into a lesser person. And basically everybody is a better person than this, right? And so you shouldn't have any form of it on your mouth because essentially we believe God created us, and we created us in an image of God, which is essentially, I think we have the power of speech, which is one of the great images of God, and the power of free will, I would say, even though I feel it's somewhat illusionary, right? And so we desecrate God by not living up to that to a certain extent. Fine, beyond comprehension. They've said that about me, so that's titled my autobiography. Beyond comprehension, the Tzvi Lebetkin story. Let us address the contention that it is virtually impossible to faithfully observe the laws of purity of speech for more than a day or two. No, it's not. Okay, well, I was going to say no, it's not. But let's say, yeah, look, this is a lot of stuff to think about. How you're going to do this permanently? You know, this will make you crazy. And again, if you go into it with too much force, you will be. Even if this were correct, is this a reason to ignore this commandment? No, right? Like, you know, but the best example I always give this is Tom Hanks at the end of Saving Private Ryan, right, where he's mortally wounded, he's going to die, and a tank is coming towards him, and he pulls out his revolver and starts shooting at it completely pointlessly. But he does that because that is his duty. That's one of the reasons, because that is his duty, and that's what he wants to do with his last breath. You do the right thing, whether you can achieve it or not. Right, and that's a really heavy way to look at life, but it's a good way, I would say. Even if this were correct, is it reason enough to ignore this commandment from God? Right? Imagine a person walking along the seashore and he sees a sea that's filled. He sees the sea has washed ashore some precious gemstones, or maybe, you know, couple of tons of weed. I don't know. You put a treasure in your mind that works for you. Yeah. Can I tell this joke? I know. It's a bit dirty for this. Yeah, no, I can't tell the joke on this one. Sorry. Come to my less religious streams. I'll tell you the dirty jokes I do. I will. Would such a person... So he's on a beach, a bunch of gemstones has washed up. Would such a person, even if they're wealthy, refrain from picking up any stones because he knows it will be impossible to gather them all? Oh, there's a lot of them. I don't know. I think I'll give it a try, mate. It's exactly the same regarding with these laws of pure speech. It is well known that the Vilna Gaon, a very, very famous rabbi from Vilna. Vilna is the name of a town, and Gaon means smart, super smart. It is famous letter quotes the Midrash, a kind of Jewish apocrypha, which says that each moment in which a person refrains from speaking the forbidden, these evil words, he merits the hidden light that no angel can fathom. Okay. Note that the apocrypha, the Midrash, the apocrypha thing, does not speak of refraining from forbidden speech for a month, a week, or an hour, but even for a moment. Yeah, listen. If you can lean towards God for a second when you weren't, that's worth it. That's 100% worth it. Don't say all or nothing. A great way to start implementing these things is choose an hour a day, right? And like something like that. Baby steps really, really help. Scripture states, if you will seek it like silver and hunt it like hidden treasures, then you will understand the fear of God. Yeah, you know what? That's probably true. I say Christians, I think, are very good at this, right? Because Christians really do go in for Bible study, and they have a very earnest, very earnest desire to seek closeness with God, right? And the knowledge, and so if you go after knowledge of God, the knowledge of God will go after you. That's that basic understanding, right? One must strive to attain spiritual goals in a way that would seek the greatest, in the way they will seek the greatest valuables the world has to offer. Nobody does that, right? Nobody treats money as if it's less important than God, right? Nobody. It's a good thing to do. No, I'm sure there's some people. Nobody in my field of vision. One must do. He will seek. You'll seek spiritual God the same way you'll look for valuables in the world. This is the intent of the statement: do not distance yourself from the quality that is without limit. I guess the quality is clinging to God. Avoiding forbidden speech brings infinite merit, literally endless merit. If we only pursue this quality and not tell ourselves that it's out of reach, then we'll achieve something that no angel can fathom. Right, yeah, that you basically you have to be clear with yourself that it's not outreach, right? Because that's the number one way, the Satan, or you call the Satan, that force that will try and stop you doing good. That's the number one saying it's impossible. You don't have a chance. You're wasting your time. You're spinning your wheels. No. Every freaking step, every blink, anything you do to get close to the God is incredibly valuable. Don't listen to that voice in your head that'll tell you it's pointless. Join me tomorrow. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow. I probably will be tomorrow. I might take Saturdays off because of Sabbath, but I don't think so because I have to. My only thing to stop me doing it is not recording one. So I've got to record one and hopefully get that out before the Sabbath starts today. Have yourselves a freaking awesome weekend.